Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to Drama Log. Review a new drama that just started on Hum TV called Nadaan. Sunny's here. Hi Sunny, how's it going? How are you?
Hey Sana, it's going very well. I'm glad that I have a chance to talk to you twice this week actually over drama.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, we never, you're busy, I'm busy, so it's rare. Yeah, yeah, we're reviewing this drama called Nadaan, and from what I've heard on on different places online is that like it's a mini series, and it's about I think there are like three or four series that are gonna come one after another, and this is the first of them, from what I know.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
so they're going to be
So
related series or
I don't know actually. Like I'm not sure. We can ask the
yeah.
TV people. But yeah, like I think that's what the birdie said. The drama's called Nadaan, directed by the famous Naren Jabbar, written by Sajid Gul, and it's a Momo production,
Oh,
and it's related to drugs, basically, drug abuse. So,
mm.
do you want to go ahead with the story, or do you want me to kind of introduce the story?
Yeah, you can introduce the story and then we can go into the review.
Yeah. So basically, the story is basically like about this guy, played by Ahmed Ali Akbar, is in this drama. He's a policeman. Apparently, there's a backstory that he has, but the drama goes into flashbacks, correct?
Right,
So
that's correct.
like when the first scene is when he wakes up, and then he thinks about this one person called Tabir. So the people, like the cast includes Ahmed Ali Akbar, then there's Hamad Shoaib, and then there's Ramsha Khan. So Ramsha Khan is playing Dr. Tabir, and Hamad Shoaib is also playing a doctor. His name is Usama, and Ahmed Ali Akbar is a policeman. His name is Heather in the drama,
Mhm.
and he has a backstory. He's shown as a good police officer, and so is Dr. Tabir and Dr. Osama. Um, and we're initially in the initial episode or initial scene, we're shown that this one guy comes in, who is critically injured, and they say that it's a police case, so we're not gonna do anything until the police shows up, which is like an oxymoron, I think. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Because I mean, yeah, like the guy's gonna die, right? If you wait for
true.
like even like in critical situations, like every second matters because a patient can have hypoxic brain injuries, and can never recover. So
Mm.
in these situations, every second counts.
Right, right.
So Dr. Tabir, she takes the patient to the OR right away without the police, and then the police arrives, and then the police officer is fine with it. He's like, okay, yeah, like the guy was safe, so he's okay with it. So that's the premise, and then apparently, like the guy who was critically injured was a drug addict too, and that's a story. And then the place, like I don't know if it's a village or some area in the city. Um, so drug abuse is pretty rampant in that area, and there's a peer who's there, and people real like sort of worship this man. They come to him for cure of different diseases, and he gives them this little sachet of powder, and he tells them to take it twice a day.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then obviously it's drugs. It's like ice, methamphetamine.
Yeah, that's what they figure out at the end, right?
Yeah, yeah. So she sends it to the Dr. Tabir, finds out, and then she sends it to the lab, and it turns out to be methamphetamine.
Yeah. So you talk about the P, right? I think for the first time in a drama, they kind of explain how these kind of people, um, how they establish their business, sort of. Like, so the Pir himself says that I chose this region because people here are uneducated and poor, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And so that's what goes on in their mind when they think of this as a strategy of where to establish their business.
Mhm.
And so I thought that was very, very interesting fact. Um, and
And
then you
so okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so this sort of bad guy who's actually a disciple of this Pir. He's the one who kind of carries out all the menace around the town, whether it's
Mhm.
distributing drugs or terrorizing people. He also says that I'm going to be replacing Pir later on, and I will do anything for Pir because he gave me shelter.
Mhm. Yeah. So for me, okay. So basically, like, um, I don't know if it's really like because people are uneducated per se, like they would be more attracted to it. But then, I mean, people who are educated are also take drugs, right? I mean,
Mm.
people who are like from these rich families, they have kids who use drugs.
Right. But in this particular case, I think the drug was being distributed as a medicine given by the peer. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
I think before you know, you're probably addicted to it. Like that little, not that young girl they show, she's
Mm-hmm.
behaving erratically. And apparently she's been taking this medication from peer, and the parents didn't think much about it. They just thought that this is a medication that peer has recommended, so nothing much about it. But I don't know what's wrong with her. So that was her, and
So
then this
yeah.
old man who comes to the congregation and says that, oh, my wife has been sick, should I take her to the hospital? And the peer goes like, how could you do that? You are my disciple,
Mm-hmm.
you take this medicine, you'll be fine. So again, you see another instance where an old woman probably will get addicted to the medicine, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
So the medication that or the drug that they talk about is not just methamphetamine. It's called ice, correct? So the ice is actually like crystal methamphetamine, which is much more potent than simple methamphetamine. So
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of like Adderall, Concerta, methylphenidate.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all
Yes.
like stimulants, and those are all like given in patients with like ADHDs and some other like insomnias and things like that in
Okay.
those conditions. But like this one's like actually like ice, so which is a crystal form of methamphetamine, and it's much 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 more potent. And the thing is that it does cause like feelings of pleasure. You're more alert. Remember, he said that, oh, this guy, like when he takes that medication from the field, he starts running. So you do
Hmm.
get this like increased energy and things like excessive sweating, increased heart rate. You get anxious. You get itchiness. You can get acute psychosis. If you've overdosed on it. And it can actually cause like arrhythmias as well, causing cardiac arrest. If with an overdose. But I think that the girls' symptoms that they had showed were very very exaggerated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just maybe it was for the audience to understand. Oh yeah, that she's taking drugs.
Okay. Makes
But I
sense.
thought
Yeah.
I thought like she was just like she's like scratching all over, just like acting like that she's like. I mean, it wasn't even like psychosis. Yeah, like she was hallucinating, but like and delusional, but like when you have somebody who's overdosed or like they wouldn't be this like I guess apparent in their psychosis.
Yeah.
Like if you ask them, oh, do you see things? They'll be like, oh yeah, I do see things.
Right. And she
Yeah,
answers all the questions correctly, like how she gets
exactly.
the
Like
right. So
like these patients would be like, like if when they're delusional, they'll be like, yeah, like I don't want my mom in this room because I think that she steals money from my bank. So they
okay.
wouldn't even
Okay.
talk to their mom. Like that's how delusional they'll become.
Okay.
So
Okay. So
anyways. So that
so
was my
so
my little thing.
so then why would anybody want to give ice? And they're not taking money from these people, they're just distributing them, right?
I guess because like they're getting money from the people who are um, uh, when there's people in the drug business, they have drug dealers out there. So those drug dealers get money for giving people drugs,
Uh-huh.
right? That's how it
Right.
works, right?
Right. Like for Peer, how does it? I mean, does it benefit him that all of them will become addicted to him and keep coming to him? So, why would he want to give
I
people
mean,
drugs?
maybe because he likes this idea of people worshiping him. I don't
Okay,
know. That was yeah, I didn't understand that part.
I didn't understand the financial benefit of the Peer here with the drugs, but unless he wants to subdue everyone and have everyone under control. So
Yeah.
I don't know that works with eyes. I don't know because I don't know much about eyes.
I mean,
That's why I
people will
wanted.
die. Like, I mean, you'll overdose everyone. Like, eventually, they'll like just,
Okay, so you can die with eyes overdose.
yeah, of course, you can
Okay.
die.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Okay.
then if you're injecting it, like you can have like hepatitis, HIV.
Right.
Like,
All those. Yes.
and Hamad is Osama. He's
Hmm.
playing the guy Osama, and his father um has is the one who's built this hospital, right? But
Right.
then he's also involved with the feed. So maybe that's where the benefit is because he's gonna get patients. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Well, Peter wants him to shut down the hospital. Actually,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right. Right.
He's like no, right?
Yeah. I mean, he is in. I think he got benefited by Peer and got the MP position,
The yes,
got
yes.
elected,
Hmm.
and then he built this hospital for his son. But then now Peer is feeling threatened by the hospital, so he wants him to shut it down.
Yeah.
So coming to the two main characters so far, clearly the cop Amdali Bhatt's character has a background, right? So, in the beginning, it's shown that he's dreaming, and then he gets up, right?
So the story of Ramsha, I think. Well, this story that they're telling is like has already happened,
Oh, okay, okay, I see.
right? I mean, and then he has a backstory because I don't know if you saw the like there was a suitcase and then he opens it up and then he has this picture that he takes
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
So I think there's a little bit of backstory there because I think there was some noises in the background.
Hmm. Okay.
So I don't know. So I think and then also like the stuff that's happening that's the whole drug stuff is in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got out of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought maybe he comes with a background, and then the story also is shown in flashback. But I could be wrong there. He's asked. There's this one scene where he's at a questioning session, and the other cop asks him, "How do you know Tabir?" And that's when the this they start telling the story of Tabir and everything
Yeah.
else.
What do you think of like Hamad Shoaib's character Osama?
So he seems like a nice guy who kind of reminds Tabir that you're too aggressive. You didn't have to be unnecessarily aggressive. But he does the right thing. Like when Tabir is in a confrontational mode, he just comes in and
Mm-hmm.
peacefully takes the patient away and confirms that he needs surgery and surgery will be performed whether the cop is here or not. So he was
Mm-hmm.
facilitated there, but he also makes it a point to let Kabir know that he did not appreciate it because they built this hospital with a lot of passion and after a lot of hardships, and he doesn't want to ruin
Mm-hmm.
this. So,
And what do you think of the performances, then?
oh, I think Ahmed was terrific. Um, as a new cop who's trying to understand things and gets who gets long lecture from Kabir, but he kind of calmly handles it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then and the last scene where Kabir actually comes to him with all the information. The whole interaction between Kabir and the cop was really well portrayed. So I think
Mm-hmm.
I mean Ahmed is definitely a very good actor. Nothing more to say about him, but I love the way his portraits of things so far. Ramsha was really good as well. I felt right.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing her as this very belligerent kind of a guy, person who speaks the
Mm-hmm.
right thing, says the right thing. But I'm glad that in this particular case, the dad reminds her that you have to know when to talk and when not to talk.
Right,
Um,
yeah.
so I like that part.
And then there's Hamad Shoaib, who's shown as Osama.
Hmm.
What do you think of his performance?
I mean, he had very few scenes, but
Mm-hmm.
he effectively portrayed that
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a relationship between them, but he effectively portrayed that he a
yeah.
decent guy,
I
and
mean, is there gonna be like, is it? Do you think he likes her?
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
Okay. Yeah, and then there was one dialogue. They're like, "Kanun so raha hai."
Hmm.
That was the one, that really.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you wanna continue watching it, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. And the fact that it's a mini series, definitely I'm watching it.
Exactly. That's what Okay, it's gonna end in like few episodes. It's
Yes,
not gonna be stretched.
exactly. And I
So
hope it's an intelligent screenplay because
I
I
hope
mean,
so.
we have seen Jurm before by the same director. It was really bad. So
Jurm. I don't remember Jurm. Which one was that? Can you remind me?
that was the Wahaj Ali
And then that
story.
with the was it with Durre? No.
But the yes, he gets wrongly accused, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
it was like
Okay.
it started well. The first
It
episode
didn't
was
make
good.
sense. There was another girl like at his yeah. Anyways, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember now.
So
So yeah, so I think we're gonna continue watching this and then we'll see how things turn out.
yes, I'm excited to watch.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank
I
you.
will see you later.